everyone, and welcome back to the Patni podcast series on cloud and business enablement. This is Charles Cronauer, and today we are going to focus on the topic of cost transformation in a cloud-enabled post-recession world. During the height of the recent economic slowdown, the CFO saw IT as an area of cost transformation, a chance to make radical changes to reduce cost and inefficiency. Even today, organizations are reticent to make major new investments in their infrastructure and new hiring. Cloud is intriguing in this context because it can play an important role in cost transformation, moving fixed costs to variable cost, shifting capital expense to operational expense, and directly reducing operational expense and overhead. In fact, the essence of cloud computing is cost transformation. Cloud is fundamentally changing the way technology is sourced and delivered. It is a strategic lever among several that can be brought to bear to achieve business change, and when applied, can affect multiple processes at the same time. Before we dive into the tools and analysis, let's get a broader perspective. Remember our previous discussion of business agility and financial flexibility as benefits of the cloud? The elements of change that will achieve this are cost and capacity, going from fixed cost to variable cost, and from fixed capacity to variable capacity. It will look something like this. Today, most businesses live in a fixed cost, fixed capacity world, and our goal, broadly speaking, is to move to a variable cost, variable capacity world where the CFO only pays for the services when the organization uses them. Along the way, the company may have applied virtualization for data center optimization and SLA-based managed services to improve efficiency. The greatest efficiencies will be in the upper right quadrant with consumption-based allocation, cost-based platforms, public, private, software as a service, infrastructure as a service, etc. In cloud-enabled outsourcing, where a service provider such as Patni designs, implements, and manages your solutions. So let's move from theory to the practice. We're going to look at examples of IT and business processes that can be adjusted as part of a holistic cost transformation program, as viewed through a cloud lens. This approach enforces a discipline that will uncover areas of non-standardization, waste, unnecessary cost, and general inefficiency. Infrastructure management and applications are naturally the two areas where lots can be done to add efficiency, remove overhead, add new functionality, and streamline operations. Let's look at a few that will fall within the evaluation process. Infrastructure virtualization primarily refers to server virtualization using hypervisors to shrink the hardware footprint. Infrastructure consolidation, this is where we look at the multiple dimensions of network devices, domain name servers, storage devices, and more, and factor in geographic locations to see where redundancies and inefficiencies can be reduced. Application portfolio rationalization. This is a comprehensive examination of your set of applications to determine the best course of action around consolidation, retirement, or cloud migration. With cloud technologies at your disposal, portfolio rationalization takes on a powerful new dimension. You can do things that were never even contemplated under a traditional approach. Legacy modernization. Re-engineering apps that are expensive to maintain or are running on outdated systems and preparing them for the cloud. Software as a service is a way to move to or bring on board a packaged application through SaaS. Utilizing a platform as a service provider to create new custom applications such as on Windows Azure can speed development. Infrastructure as a service is a popular way to move entire applications and things such as testing environments completely off-premise. For example, server provisioning time can be reduced dramatically, from hours to minutes. And adding chargeback and billing capability can be a way to allocate expenses more appropriately based on actual usage. From a 360-degree assessment and detailed analysis of the areas we just described, we can derive a cost optimization roadmap for your organization that will include traditional and cloud-enabled projects. An example of Patni's direct experience with this is moving a set of enterprise applications to the cloud in two phases. Initially, we rationalized the application suite, standardized the infrastructure, which included random, outdated, inefficient hardware, and consolidated the server footprint through virtualization. The second phase was to use infrastructure as a service and move many of the messaging and workflow applications to the Amazon Web Services public cloud. The additional cost savings from moving to AWS were on the order of 20% annually. Data center power was reduced by 30%, the rack space needed for servers was reduced by 30%, and finally, the annual CapEx was reduced by 35% annually. Substantial tangible benefits. Non-tangible benefits were introduced as well, such as reduced provisioning time, a more standardized infrastructure, and reduced time to value for new projects. One important point that we want to make is when you look at cost transformation through the lens of cloud solutions, the results can, and often are, greater than the sum of the parts. For example, in a cloud-enabled world, application portfolio rationalization in conjunction with legacy modernization could benefit from platform as a service with lower development time. Or, by adding a cloud layer on top of your infrastructure consolidation activities, you gain self-provisioning and scalability. So cloud solutions can create synergies that you might not otherwise get that can improve your bottom line. Most organizations have multiple opportunities to gain from implementing cloud solutions. But how do you establish your priorities? Patni's Cloud Acceleration Program, or CAP, is specifically designed to assess, analyze, and prioritize from among these many potential synergies within the cloud context, resulting in a comprehensive cost transformation roadmap. A detailed explanation of CAP will be the subject of another video, and we would be happy to share with you the CAP specifics, our tools, methodologies, and deliverables. It's a great story. Suffice to say that the key to cost transformation success is a holistic, integrated approach from which a roadmap is created. Here is a conceptual example of a multi-year roadmap where projects are sequenced based on a CAP assessment, ensuring a company's priorities and financial and technical feasibility. Note that this is a self-funding model where, with the exception of a small initial investment, the gains from cost savings are anticipated to provide investment support for subsequent projects. Also, this is a somewhat simplified model. In reality, more than one project can be tackled at a given time. In summary, the cost transformation journey is one that takes a close look at projects and process areas of potential cost savings, incorporates a cross-functional analysis through the lens of cloud enablement to produce a cost optimization cloud roadmap for the organization. Patni's Cloud Acceleration Program, beginning with an assessment, can help you achieve your long-term ROI and transformation goals with quick wins along the way. Learn more about CAP and our expertise at our website. Thanks, and we look forward to continuing our conversation on business transformation through cloud enablement.